Welcome back to the shop, guys. Just want to say, hope everybody's having a great day. I am. I always have a good day, no matter if it does get bad. At the end of the day, I still think I still had a good day. I'm still alive. But anyway, so what I want to show some of you guys today, some of you people that's been down here at my shop, I've just now drug this stuff out of my garage, one of my other garages, and kind of started displaying some of these things. A lot of people don't know. I've been I guess I've not been in the closet, but maybe I have been. I am a closet nerd, and what I'm saying is, I love watching TV. I love good movies. I love the classic movies. I love the older movies, 80s movies, 70s movies, even 90s movies. But I love watching TV. And so for the past few years, what I would do is I couldn't necessarily afford screen used props. But if I found a show or a movie that I really enjoyed, I would try to buy a screen accurate prop for me to satisfy that inner nerd inside me. And let me take you through a few of the things I've got right here. I've had several more things, but as time goes on, I decided to let go of them. I'll pass them on to somebody else and let them enjoy them for a while or forever, whichever they want. But several years ago, I was into the TV show Supernatural, two brothers traveling across the U.S. And what drew me to this TV show is when I first found out about it, started watching it, they was hunting down urban legend type stuff. That's when I really got into the show and I liked it. Later on in the seasons, they got into, other stuff, which is God and the devil and a whole bunch of other stuff. But when I first found this show, they was into the urban legend stuff, and I loved that. Some of these urban legends I hadn't heard of in years. I found a show, these two brothers was going around getting to the bottom of things. Kind of like a Scooby-Doo type thing, but it was a great show, really enjoyed it. So anyway, I've had several of the 67, the show's called Supernatural. It came on WB, and the two brothers, they drove a 67 four-door Impala, four-door hardtop. I've had several of those cars. I've even got one now, nowhere near finished. I bought it a couple years ago. It came from Tampa, nowhere near a nice car. But I do have that car. I think I was trying to count up the other night. I think I've had 11 or 12 of these cars. So I've had several of these cars, but I've also got some of the screen accurate props that goes with the TV show. And we're going to go through just some of these screen accurate props that I have here. And I've moved them into my shop over here, kind of for other people to see them. And it's, to me, it fascinates me. But it is what it is. If you don't like this video, you by no means have to watch it. If you don't like it, really don't care. Some other people may like it. And for you guys that do like it, I hope you get a kick out of this. But anyway, my screen accurate Supernatural props. So what we have here is we have a Indian head brake fluid can. This is 1 gallon. These are, okay, take away the TV show, take away all that. These brothers, Sam and Dean, they carried salt in this. That way they could salt doorways. Okay, this was featured many times in a TV show. Okay, take away the TV show. These cans, like I said, pay no attention to the TV show. These cans are already super hard to find. Okay, add this 1 can into the TV show. These cans they're just impossible to find. This is an okay one I come up with a few years ago. This is the last one I bought. I'll be honest with you guys, I think I'm into this can right here for a couple $100. This can, it's rough. I mean, this is not a nice can. I really wish I'd have held on to it. I had a mint can Indian Head brake fluid can, 1 gallon, several years ago, and I wish I'd held on to it because I sold a car, and just for good measures, I got good money out of that 67 Impala. I really wish I'd held on to that can. I actually gave it to the guy that I sold the car to, and I just wish I didn't have to. He didn't ask for it. I just said, hey, you know, let me give you this. I thought I was done with the 67 Impala, the supernatural stuff. I really wish I'd held on to that other can, but anyway, I found another one. It took me 2 years even to find this can, and this can, it don't have any rust holes in it, but the paint isn't that nice. It's got some, that surface rust, you can't pay no attention to that. That's going to happen regardless, unless you polish this thing. But just the paint on it, it's okay, but it's not that great. It's just okay is all I'm going to say. And like I said, I think I'm a couple $100 into this. And this is money 3 years ago, 3 years ago. So I don't know what this would probably bring now, but it's just, these are already hard to find even before the TV shows. Hey, let's put some salt, fake salt in that and use that for a salt can. So it is what it is. Okay, supernatural prop number 2, screen accurate. Like I said, there's a difference between screen accurate and screen used. The stuff that I can afford is screen accurate, which means same make, model, that type of stuff. Screen used is stuff that this was actually used on a TV set, used, may not even been used for filming, but was in ownership of the production company. So, you know, there's a big difference between screen accurate and screen used. This right here, this is a screen accurate cooler. This is the Coleman. This is the smaller version of that green Coleman cooler. And you have to watch, if you're looking for these right here, you have to watch, you have to really pay attention, because if you want one that's screen accurate, okay, this one I think is 18 inches. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you. So, okay, so this one's 18 inches. This is the small cooler. There's a larger cooler. I don't remember the measurements. It may be 21, 23, 22, something like that. I've had both. Okay, if you want a screen accurate supernatural cooler, you've got to have that 18 inch, the small one. This one's in fantastic condition. It's got a few bumps, bruises, rust here and there. But this is a 1960s, at most early 70s cooler, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong, so don't punish me if I am a little bit wrong about that. But this is an old cooler. It's going to have some rust on it. And I know for a fact, the cooler, when they got done filming the Supernatural TV show, by the time they got done with it, the cooler, even though when you saw it, the few glimpses you saw it on the TV show Supernatural, that cooler was in bad shape. I mean, hinges are broke. They didn't try to fix it. It just got seen in a few shots here and there, and they didn't try to keep it up. So I'd heard that cooler was, rough shape. This one's actually a pretty decent cooler. I scored this. I've actually got 2 of them. The other one I've got up there on my shelf, it's actually a little bit nicer than this one. And really like them. But like I said, this is some of the Supernatural TV show stuff. These 2 items. We got the Indian Head brake fluid can. We got the green Coleman cooler, the famous. And what they use this cooler, the 2 brothers, they travel around the U.S., tracking down urban legends. And in the back of their car, which you would hardly ever see it, but it was always with them, they had the green Coleman cooler, and they'd carry, some adult beverages in there or just whatever they need to. Even though you'd see, they'd be in a different state, you'd see inside their car, you didn't see the cooler. Later on in the episode, they'd open the trunk, you didn't see it in the trunk. But maybe toward the end of the show, they'd pull that sucker out and it'd be in a car. Okay, where did they hide it? Where did they hide this at in that car? I don't see it happening. Movie magic. But anyway, let's go on. So anyway, there for a few years, I got into watching The Walking Dead. Really liked that show. So Rick Grimes, the hero of the show, so to speak, his cowboy boots, they was a Justin cowboy boot model 2222. Those was made back, I don't know when this was made. I did some research a long time ago. Maybe sometime in the mid 80s is when those boots were produced. Maybe on up to the early 90s, maybe. But I don't think so. Like I said, I looked this up. I should have looked it up before I did this video, but you know, this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. So it seems like these was made back in the 80s. But anyway, I found these. These are the same make, same model boots Rick Grimes wore in the TV show The Walking Dead. They're screen accurate. They're not screen used. I mean, which means it's the same make, model, same color, same everything, except for the actor. As far as I know, these have never been on his feet. I just got them at a good deal. For years, I've displayed them. Then I put them in my closet, and they was kind of sitting in my closet for a long time, and kind of cool. I don't think I'll ever sell them. Maybe a zombie apocalypse, and I don't think they'd fit me, but they might be a Rick Grimes out there that need to wear them. Kick some butt, you know what I mean? So, there's my Rick Grimes, The Walking Dead boots. Got those there. And probably my favorite piece that I've got left, that I still own, is this right here. So, about everybody on earth has seen the movie Groundhog Day. Bill Murray, he wakes up every day to the same old song, Sonny and Cher's song, I've Got You, Babe. And he smashes this clock every morning. It don't even really tell in the movie how long this goes on. It don't tell. Who knows? Great movie, one of my all-time favorite films. Love it. So a few years ago, I kind of bought myself this for myself for a Christmas present. It came up on an auction, and I just had to have it. I promise you, I give way too much for it, but I don't care. Like I said, this also screen accurate, not screen used, because I don't see any signs of Bill Murray actually whacking it. I plugged it up, it does work. But when you turn it on, it does not play Sonny and Cher, I've Got You, Babe. So it's not a screen used clock, but it is for sure 100% screen accurate. Been looking for one of these. Even when I found this one, I'd been looking for one for years. When they'd come up, just couldn't afford it. Or, like I said, even the screen accurate clocks, the price is just way out there. So for a long time, I just even quit looking. But then I found one, like I said, I think maybe 125 bucks. I think that is a lot of money. It was even a lot of money for me. But it's a lot of money for an outdated clock. It does work, it does alarm. But just because it's a screen accurate Groundhog Day clock that Bill Murray smashed countless times, you know, that drives the price of this stuff way up. Really glad to have this. I know I will not sell this. Well, I might not sell this, but you know how it is. You know how it is when life happens. You always say something, then you end up having to do it. So I don't care. It's just stuff. That's all it is. Anyway, we've got some of my screen accurate props. Just wanted to show you guys. People come in here all the time. They'll see some of this stuff. It's kind of random to have. I've got 2 coolers, oil can. They kind of get that. But then they'll see a pair of cowboy boots, and then they'll see an alarm clock sitting up there. And I tell everybody, that's what this is and that. And I thought I'd just shoot a video on what some of this stuff is. Glad to have it. Glad to be a temporary caretaker for some of this stuff. And eventually it'll move on. Somebody else will want it more than what I did. So Thanks for watching, guys.